TikTok literally saved this man's life. From what I understand. Am I correct, Alex, in saying that? Or am I using hyperbole?
You are 100% correct. Because if I had not gone on TikTok, I would not have found out that I was developing skin cancer.
Hey guys, welcome to the Frack podcast. It's your boy, Taylor Ransom. I'm here with my friend Johnathan Schaefer.
Hey, what's up, guys?
He's here, and in just a minute, we are going to talk with one person I love. He's probably one of my favorite people on social media right now, period. And that is Alex Griswold. You might have known him from Alex Makes Christian Memes. I'm not going to get too into it because we'll do that in a second. But just want to say, before we get into that, if you enjoyed today's episode and if you've been watching for a while, remember to give us that 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, please. Please.
It helps a lot.
Please. It does more than you think it does. So go ahead and leave that if you can. Thank you so very much for that. And let's jump into it. Let's get into this interview with Alex.
Enjoy, guys.
And we are today joined by a very special guest, and that is none other than Alex Griswold. Alex Griswold, he is here.
He's here, everyone.
If you follow me, then you'll probably know him from Alex Makes Christian Memes. Back in the day, me and Alex were both Christian memers. OG Christian memers. That's where we came from. That's our roots, bro. That's where we come from. He actually has 89,000 followers over there on Instagram, but that is quickly being dwarfed by his growing TikTok personality, which has 619,000 followers. This man is on fire. I feel like every time I check his page, he gains like 100,000 followers or something. It's nuts. It really does. It's so much so, him and his wife, Melinda, have now been crowned the parents of TikTok. That's what his followers over there call him.
That's quite the title.
It's quite the title, yeah, for a lot of people, because they're over there and they're like talking real nice, and he's like, it's okay to remember to brush your teeth. I saw that in one video, and I was like, oh, that's good. A positive influence on so many. So glad there's someone out there reminding people to do that. Anyway, I'm not going to hold on any longer. Alex, welcome to the show. Welcome.
Hello.
There he is, guys. And he is there, and he said hello, just like he does in the stories, if you heard it. And I'm sure he has a bottle of bubbly not far. Bubbly the sparkled water, by the way.
Yeah, none of this sugared water stuff. I mean, I'm drinking a Coke right now. I'm treating myself.
Say it ain't so.
Here, I'm going to make eye contact with the camera a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That is off-brand, Alex.
I know. Don't tell anybody, but I don't like Pepsi. So, I mean, but bubbly is great.
I do agree with him there. I do agree. I can go with that there. I feel like Pepsi is the great value brand Coke. I feel that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And I just have to communicate that because, as a son of God, I am obligated to communicate truth. And that is why I communicate that, as well as my stance on orange Starbursts, which are the greatest Starbursts.
Oh, come on now.
I'm not going to get back into it because we'll talk about it for 40
Don't get
minutes.
into things you don't know about.
Oh, my goodness, no.
Okay, anyway.
But yeah, Pepsi will not be served in heaven. I think that's what we're trying to say.
I feel like that's gospel.
Yeah.
It's in the Bible code.
Put it down.
It's in the Message translation. It's in there.
Canon.
It's canon. Anyway, Alex, dude, let me ask you this, because I've known Alex for a while. We go a little ways back. He's always lived on like almost the other side of the country, so I've never been like actual close friends with him, but I've known him on the internet. And he's always made great content on Instagram, now on TikTok. Alex, let me ask you this. Can you remember the very first Christian meme you ever made? Can you remember it?
I think I do. I remember it, but I remember my first meme was not that great. But because I'd been making memes for like a year, but just regular memes. And then so I was like getting all these Christian ideas. And I guess like the first one was kind of like a fumble, but then like meme 3, I think is like definitely one of the funniest memes I've ever made. So I kind of started off in a strong place. And that's when Epic Christian Memes shouted me out.
What?
On your third meme?
On your third meme?
My third meme.
That is not fair.
I DM'd him and everything. And he was like, I can tell that you're like, you're funny, but you have to like make a little bit more memes before I shout you out. But that's what started it all. I remember I went from like 300 to 1,000, and it was like, that was the most exciting thing I've ever done. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. I remember back, I think it was a while back, just to tell you guys kind of where we're from. I think at the time, I remember on Instagram, I'm thinking of that video you made that one time where you like parodied me, and everybody was tagging me in it, and they were like, this is the most niche content of all time. And they're like, this is niche inside a niche inside a niche. But I used to. So if y'all remember, I used to do those videos where I reacted to Christian memes all the time. Some people have actually said they want me to start doing those again. I don't know. Maybe. But I always did it in the same. I did it. I was very consistent. I did it similar the same way. He made a video about it. And I think at that time, Alex, you had probably 10,000 followers on there. Does that sound about right?
That feels right. I think that was around the time. Yeah, it was it was pre 10,000.
Oh, okay.
I hit 10,000 when I moved to California, and I remember shooting that video in my old apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm about right.
Take 10K. Yeah.
I think at that time I probably had like 20 to 25, 30 maybe. Right around there. I was like, who is this? Who is this kid out here?
This little whippersnapper.
Who's this
guy coming on my turf?
He knows I run the Christian meme game. How dare he? I didn't. It wasn't like that at all. It was awesome. I felt so cool. It was dope. But he made it, and he's always, dude. Well, if I could say one thing about your content, you have always been so freaking consistent. Because I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's like I'll put out some good stuff, and then it's like, I gotta take a break. Like I only have so much in me. But this man's an animal. He doesn't stop. He keeps going every stinking day, and I'm just like, it's awesome.
So what's the key, Alex? How do you keep going?
I don't know. It just got easier. My whole thing when I tell anybody, it's like when you're starting is like, I made a lot of bad memes for 2 years. I had Alex Makes Funny Stuff, which no one heard of. And I did that for 2 years. And it was like, I struggled to make a meme every day. And I didn't. I like paused. But then so when I took a break, went back into the Christian memes, and it was like, I don't know. It just got a lot easier. I was making like 2 or 3 a day for a while.
Wow. 2 or 3 a day?
Yep.
Schaefer, we're gonna have to get our production up here. We're only putting out 1 or 2 videos a week. We gotta compete, man.
I don't know. That almost needs an intervention.
Intervention at that point.
Listen, Alex, this is beginning to become a problem.
So anyway, so you made Christian memes for a while. That's why I know him from. But he's at like 89,000 followers on there, which is awesome. But then this man sees TikTok. I don't know. It must have been God leading this man somehow out into where most people saw a wilderness. God gave him the vision to see the promised land. Amen. Because this man saw TikTok. Dude, Alex, you started making TikToks. What was the first? When you went on TikTok and you saw it? What made you think, I gotta make videos for this? Like that's what I gotta do.
Well, there's this little man called Gary V. I don't know if you've heard of Gary
V.
I know.
You saw Gary V on there going like, dude, you've got to post 5 times a day. What are you doing if you're not posting 5 times a day on TikTok?
100%. Literally like that. That was what he said in the video. He told somebody, you need to be posting 3 to 5 times a day. Yes. And I'm like, man, I guess I got to do it.
That was Taylor's. Taylor brought me out to lunch. He's like, look, dude, we're going to launch this podcast, right? I saw this Gary V video.
Shut up.
Gary V.
I saw this Gary video, and it's all about long-form content.
Oh, damn.
You get long-form content, and you make that into short-form content. He's like, dude, let's do it. I got a name already.
You got your podcasts, and you're going to be quoting the videos on YouTube and putting clips on Instagram, and you're on TikTok 5-10 times a day.
Yeah, Gary V. That's something that you guys have in common.
I guess we have that in common. We both like very loud people on the internet. So that works. It hasn't worked out that, I haven't really dug into that much. I haven't got to where I'm putting out that much content. But I'm inspired by you, Alex, because you're out here, you're doing this. It's crazy. Now, you were on TikTok, and not only were you on TikTok, you got all these followers and you got whatever on TikTok. TikTok literally saved this man's life. From what I understand. Am I correct, Alex, in saying that, or am I using hyperbole?
You are 100% correct, because if I had not gone on TikTok, I would not have found out that I was growing skin cancer. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I was developing skin cancer.
Oh my
and found out about it because I showed some skin on a TikTok video that I made.
So, first of all, thank you, Gary V, for saving my friend's life.
Yeah, Gary V. I should have that's what I said. It's how Gary V saved my life. Because that was how it was.
Dude.
And how showing skin can save your life.
Yeah.
That's another.
That's edgy. That's edgy.
I apologized for it and everything. It was because it's like I kind of have I developed like a reputation on Instagram for my stories because it was like, Alex is always doing shirtless stories, but I always kind of like made sure it was like no nips or anything.
Yeah.
That was my rule.
That was your rule, no nips.
That's his line in the sand.
Basically. You can't see my nips.
Father, forgive me. I was shirtless on Instagram, but I didn't show any nips. I didn't show any nips.
So it's clean. It's clean and holy. But on the TikTok, I showed my whole back. My whole back was in it, which was gross. But there was a big nasty mole there. And people told me to get it checked out, and I did. And
so, how many followers did you have at this point?
At that point, this video actually wasn't like my popular video. So at that point, I think I had like 400,000 already. And this was in December or January. That was in January. Yeah.
January. Okay.
Wow.
So January, you make TikTok with your back, and even in that moment where your values were compromised, God used that to protect you and save you. Amen. And that's what happened. So you made that TikTok, and then you got to go on Good Morning America, which I'm gonna be honest, man. If I went on Good Morning America, I would open up most of my sentences with I get to Chick-fil-A. They're like, "Hey, what can I get you?" Hey, oh, my name for the order is Taylor. I was on Good Morning America, but also number one with no pickles. So that's cool.
I want to back up real quick. So how did Good Morning America even pick up the story in the first place? How did they hear about it from some TikTok guy?
So this is it was very fast. What happened was if we're going on a week, it was Tuesday, I got my back cut out. Thursday, I'm like, I'm going to quick make a video. Like I was like the fastest video I've ever made. I was like, took me 30 minutes and then I would just posted it. The next morning, NBC reached out, like NBC News article. They wrote an article about it. And then kind of that was like the snowball. It was like first NBC, then it was like, I don't know, a few other places. But that was the kind of the process of it. Like I kept getting media inquiries, and then finally it was like, hey, we want you to have on Good Morning America.
Wow.
So that was, yeah.
That's a flex. That's a flex, guys.
So all we need is one person to post something. So all we have to do is pay off one person.
We got to pay off one journalist.
That's
one
all you gotta
journalist.
do. Yeah.
And I have to get skin cancer. I'm gonna get a tanning membership. Be right back. I'll do it right now.
Do it for the Vine. Oh, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Vine. R.I.P.
I'm just hoping that's my like verification. I want to send that to Instagram and be like, hey, look, I'm the skin cancer guy. I just need that blue check mark. That's all I'm looking for.
No joke, dude. Actually, what Facebook and Instagram look for are published articles from established news sources. You might check that out. You might check that out. I'm not saying I've looked into it and put research into that or anything remotely. I'm just saying maybe you could do that. So let me ask you this, Alex. If I'm going into TikTok today, I'm going to take my phone. I say I'm going into TikTok. What should I make? You should tell me. I might just do it.
TikTok tips.
TikTok tips today. Well, I mean, you can go multiple routes, but you're going to go the Christian route. And there actually is there's a pretty good Christian community on TikTok. Obviously, the ceiling's not going to be as high for you, but it's kind of
Is that a challenge? Is that a challenge?
Thus began a long war.
We were enemies, sworn enemies. It's short content. It's short, original. You have to get people to watch to the end. That's the whole point. TikTok wants people on TikTok, and so if you have a video where people leave because they show you, they'll tell you like, oh, of the 20 seconds of this video, the average watch time was like 11 seconds. That's probably not the best. The best videos are, it's like, if you can hold their attention for like that whole 30 seconds or that whole minute, that's, you'll go for gold.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So
cool. How's that any different from the way you would approach to make Instagram content or Instagram's short form content too. And so is there anything even more specific?
I think TikTok, the general audience, I feel like, is a little bit younger on TikTok. And TikTok has like a culture. If you like compare Instagram, which is like very polished, and this is like, we're putting our best foot forward. TikTok is like, we're gonna put a shirt on our head, and that's gonna mean that I'm a woman. Like that's like, people like that. It's like, the rule, like you can't, I go a little bit further and do special audio, which is like they're okay with that right now, but like you have to shoot on your phone. You can't shoot on a special camera because they're like that's weirded out.
I didn't know.
So it's like you have to trick them. You have to like trick them with high quality content but make it look low quality. There's a big meme culture on there of like meme of just like very repetitive content, and if you can get that right and get a lot of people to relate to that, then it's like The For You page is just nasty. It's insane, like how fast it can happen.
Dude, it is. It's crazy. Man, I'll be strolling through For You page, and sometimes I'm like, how did this get on my For You page? But yet it has like 500,000 likes. I'm like, how?
The thing is, you don't even have to go to TikTok now to see TikToks. I don't even.
It's invading. It's
a
virus.
Just see it on Twitter or Instagram. People repost them everywhere now.
People are making a lot of original content on Instagram. That's kind of like, it was like for a while, it was like all the original content would come from Twitter. And you'd post out on Instagram, but now it's like TikTok is starting to be...
It's starting to be that source, that stream from which all content flows.
All content.
See. I got you. Well, dude, so one thing I want to ask you, because one thing I've always admired about you, Alex, is one, you have strong Christian values. When you make content, though, you don't necessarily make it like, oh, hey, I just want to make me and my friends laugh. Like, you make stuff that's positive for everybody. Like, you make stuff that pretty much anybody could watch this content and be impacted for it. And I feel, and for the better, might I add. I feel like it's awesome. And I kind of want to ask, because I think there's a lot of other people that are wondering too. A lot of other people, maybe they make content, or maybe they just are always looking for positive and clean, even for forms of content on social media. And this is what I ask you: is how as a Christian do you approach making your content, being a positive influence, and making it so that it impacts so many people?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like I approach it as a Christian, and I approach it as like, what would Disney do? You know, it's like I want it to reach the widest group. And honestly, like, there are some videos where it's like, when I'm looking at, I made a video where I was like, hey, when I think about you, I smile. And it's like, when you like listen to that again, it's like I was referencing Paul being like, I am so thankful every time I think about you. And so it's like, I took every once in a while, I take these little ideas that are like ideas from the Bible, Christian ideas, and not make it sound Christian. I kind of just want people to be happy when they're watching my stuff. And obviously the Bible has a lot of that.
Dude, that's crazy, though. That's so good. That's inspiring. Schaefer, we're scratching all plans. We're doing something completely different. I'm just kidding. No, that's so cool, man.
Here we go.
I didn't even catch that, though, because I remember seeing that video you did where you said, when I look at you, I smile. And it kind of had that feel to it. It had that feel to it. I was like, I'm like, I know where he's coming from. But I didn't know you thought that far into it. Like, oh, hey, Paul said this. This was in Scripture, and now you pretty much translated that to modern culture and to modern content. That's awesome. In my opinion.
Little bit. Very little.
Very little.
Are there any other Easter eggs you can give us?
Any other?
I don't know if there are any other Easter eggs, but I do look, like I kind of just try to look through that lens. And I'm starting with that more, where I kind of want to be like the Mr. Rogers of TikTok almost. And so it's like, I'm going to hit
this
a few
man
topics.
Wants all the titles of TikTok.
This guy goes from mom and dad.
He's like mom and dad,
Mr. Rogers.
Straight to Mr. Rogers.
I'm coming for it all.
I think that's the new title.
That's the new title?
You just need to go get yourself a few good cardigans. You're set.
I should do it. I'm gonna write. That's my next video idea. I've got a bunch that we're filming. Okay.
You're gonna get cardigans? I bet they have them at Target. You could go to Target right now, put it on your story, get your cardigans.
I think I actually own. No, I left them all at home. Yeah, I left all my cardigans in Florida.
No. Okay. Oh, you're from Florida? Is that where you're from?
I'm from Florida, and for some reason, I still thought I could wear cardigans in South Florida heat. 95 degrees.
So, Alex, when you're making like TikToks or Christian memes or that kind of thing, when you're making them, do you have like a desired like end goal type thing? Do you have like a certain path you want to go down? Or are you just like making content because you just like enjoy it and it's just fun and you're just one of those, I just make content because it's fun kind of people?
Gosh,
or are you
no.
Or do you like, no? Okay.
I mean, I love it. So that's the thing. Like when I was like a kid, like I always wanted to do something. Like my little thing was like, I wanted to be like Walt Disney. That was like but social media wasn't a thing, so I didn't know what to do. And so it's like, even with like the Christian memes, like I started with like the intention of like taking it as far as I could go. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just doing this for fun. It was like, I intentionally was like, I am creating like a brand for myself. That was like, it was very intentional from the beginning. And so now like with TikTok, where it's like, it actually finally is Alex Griswold and not, so that's like the stage we're at. Like first it was like Alex Makes Christian Memes was just like figuring out how to be on the internet and how to do it. And now it's like the next phase is like branding Alex Griswold, have Alex Griswold be a something. And I mean, and then the goal is like we're gonna be on TikTok as long as TikTok is a thing, and then we'll kind of like extend to YouTube probably. But the goal first is become sustainable on the internet, like have the internet be full time, and then kind of like the sky's the limit. It's more of just like I want to help people do the things they love. It'll be business. It will be creative. I would love to. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a movie one day. Maybe I'll have. It's kind of combining all of this stuff.
I want to star.
It. Yeah.
I always want to show off acting. I always want to do acting. That'd be cool. I get to star in Alex Griswold's movie.
You gotta star in Alex Griswold.
I'm a film major, so I can help make it.
Perfect.
Yeah, shut up, John. No one cares.
I'm trying to get a gig. Frack doesn't pay the bills.
Yeah, don't worry. Where I'm going, we're gonna make lots of money because we're going mainstream. So I mean, but yeah, that's
all right.
We're gonna combine tech. We're gonna combine just all of this stuff in the future. Obviously, we don't know where we're going, but it's like what the internet has taught me is be consistent, be creative, and help people go about their day. And so that's kind of we're gonna continue it on and take over the world. We're gonna open up the next Disneyland. That's where we're going.
That's awesome. Alex, one thing you said that you and Taylor have in common is that you're no longer like a meme. You're both not like meme pages. You're both personalities. In you're Taylor Ransom and Alex Griswold. And I think that's a huge advantage for both of you guys going forward. It's just like if you can put a face with the comedy rather than it just being this nameless entity, I think it's such an advantage with you guys going forward.
100%. It was always fun, like getting recognized, but it was like I would get recognized, and it was Alex Makes Christian Memes, and it's like I'm like, what's my last name? They probably wouldn't even know. They're like, oh no, your last name is Makes Memes, right? Like that's how it works.
Dude, I just realized this. I have to tell you this. I was at OCI, Omega Center International. It's a conference it's in Cleveland, Tennessee. It's a church conference where they have some stuff there, and I go almost every year. I was going there, and it's church stuff, so it's all the youth groups are there. I get recognized like I can't even, if I go out in the lobby during that type of thing, I have like 15 or 20 people grab me and ask for stuff. And I do distinctly remember one person coming up and saying, "Oh, hey, stop. He has my favorite meme page." And I was like, I don't really make memes, but okay. I didn't say that. Talking about. I didn't say that, but in my head, they're like, yeah, this is Alex. That actually happened. I was like, what? Alex? Alex, no. What Alex are you talking? My name is Taylor. What are you talking about? Like Alex Makes Christian Memes. I'm dead 100%.
That is so funny. That is so.
And I was like, I went with it. I just went with it. I protected your brand even when you didn't know it need protected. I was like, let me get a pic with you.
And now I had impersonators. See, now I really need to be verified because I got people that are impersonating me. Yeah.
That's the next step. I impersonate Alex Griswold.
He's gonna take this clip, send it to Instagram and Twitter. Look, this is a problem.
Well, I'm glad I could help you out there.
Thank you for building up my brand. Yeah.
I want to know like what churches you went to when you grew up. Like I don't know why. I might be wrong here. I get PK vibes from you. I get PK vibes.
I'm really not though. No. It seems like it. You were off by a little bit. No, yeah, church is a great thing to talk about. So it's like I'm like you. Probably always a Christian since you were 4. I mean, it's I don't know like what you consider.
I literally got saved when I was 4. So
yeah.
So there you go. Yeah.
Same.
I grew up going to a huge mega church in South Florida, and so like I was always used to bigger and better, and that's kind of like it was always laid back. It wasn't like I don't know. I grew up wearing shorts and a t-shirt going to church, and so that was like my upbringing as a Christian. And so I think that was always the other thing too is like when I went into like the Christian meme space. That was like the lens that I looked at it through. It's like, I'm not going to hit theological topics or like really niche. Like that's kind of like always the way that I've approached stuff where it's like, I don't want somebody who isn't a Christian to look at it and not really understand it.
I see what you mean. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we probably had a pretty similar upbringing in that regard. I'm not a PK. I'm an honorary PK. My parents were children's pastors.
Yeah.
So, gotcha.
So
that's a real pastor. That's, it's a big job.
Yeah.
So, Alex, it has been such an honor having you on, my man. It has. Well, I mean, that doesn't sound natural at all. That sounds like an official outro. We were just having a conversation.
Well, Alex,
let me turn on my acting skills, my inner Kirk Cameron. Real quick. Give me just a minute. I say Kirk Cameron because in Christian acting, that's peak.
That's
That's as high as you can go.
You've made it.
What are you talking about? We've got Chris Pratt now. I mean,
that's true. We do have Chris Pratt, sort of, kind of.
He said.
Know.
Wasn't he at the?
He did a Daniel fast.
Yeah.
I made a video about that. How we're both doing the Daniel fast at the same time. So we're basically brothers, basically friends.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Well, Alex, it has been an honor having you on, man. It is so cool to have you on the show. I think that what you're doing on TikTok, what you're doing on social media, it's such a positive impact to so many people. It really is. I know I've said that probably 8 times now, but I say it because I mean it. And I'm so happy you were on. Is there anything you'd like to say, parting words to the viewers before you go back to drinking bubblies?
Well, first off, thank you for having me on episode 9. This is I can't believe I'm on so early. So this was an honor.
You're the first.
You're the first guest, man. First guest ever.
First guest. So and just to everybody out there, follow me on TikTok if you want to feel good about yourself. But of course, follow Taylor. He's only at 2,000 right now. But don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. We're gonna bring him up to the 500,000s. Well, yeah. So that's what we're gonna shoot for.
I receive it right now. I receive what the man said.
You receive it. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may His face shine upon you and be gracious. That's what Alex Griswold says, and he loves you very much. Wow.
Amen. Well, guys, that was Alex Griswold. If you haven't already, when you leave this podcast, go check him out on TikTok, check him out on Insta, check him out all over the place because he's pretty dope. I will say, while you're still here, if you're listening on Spotify, be sure to follow us for future episodes. We release bi-weekly. Be sure to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts if you're one of those super cool people with an iPhone or an Apple Watch. You're like, hey, Siri, play Frack. Like, yeah, okay.
We know you guys
are out there. Give us a 5-star rating, okay? We know you exist. And also, if you want to keep supporting the show, be sure to go check out my Patreon. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description. If you're not, go to patreon.com. Hold on, my iPad went off, guys, when I said, hey, Siri, pull up that podcast.
Really?
It went off.
I was like, why am I hearing another Taylor?
I have the male Siri on, so that's why it does that.
Gotcha.
But anyway, go to patreon.com/Taylor Ransom. You can go there. You can support the show for as little as $1 a month. It helps keep the show on the air. I appreciate it very much. And don't forget, we release bi-weekly, so be ready. Be ready.
For the next episode.
Next episode. God bless you all so much. Thanks for watching and listening.
See you guys.